The combination of quitting martial arts and going back to my old eating habits led me to go back up to my highest weight plus, because I'm over 600 pounds now. So I can either watch TV with them, play video games, or eat. Those are my options. And most of the time, it's just eat.
How much garlic bread would you like, sweetheart? Like 3 or 4?
Just bring the plates. We'll put them on the ottoman.
Okay.
So it's extremely hard for me to be out in public because I don't really like people. I hate society.
So at what age did you decide that?
I realized I didn't like people when I was about 8 or 9.
Hey, what's up guys? Sean back, and today we're checking in on Micheal Blair. 43 years old, weight unknown, like most people on the show, because scales don't go that high unless you're like weighing recyclables or you're at a hospital. And some hospitals don't even have scales to go that high, so I kind of expect to see weight unknown. But I did watch a clip from this guy like a very long time ago. So I know he's an agoraphobe, so he's like scared of the outside world or afraid to come out of the house. So I'm expecting like the whole episode to be pretty entertaining. So let's just give it a go and see what Mike's got for us. Also, he's in Texas, like half of the other people on here. Putty tat, no sheets. Other sheets.
Morning, baby.
Big man, little spoon. Okay, I got you.
How'd you sleep?
Morning.
Never mind. Now he's the big spoon. So I guess I always joke and I call it ladling because you're that damn big. You're taking bigger scoops, but he's ladling.
Every day, I wake up and struggle to start my day. Because of my size, just basic things are so hard for me now.
Nice paint job there, buddy. Smearing the icing off of your donuts on the wall. I guess you get mad and chuck a donut at the wall.
But thankfully, I'm still able to at least get out of bed. I just can't go far. Usually, I can only make it to the couch or the bathroom to freshen up for the day. But it's gotten hard for me because being on my feet gets to be very painful.
Why does this man have a Crocodile Dundee friggin' knife on his sink? Let alone he's got that badass scar, man. That's a big scar. And I swear he's wearing a damn G-string because I just saw, and I don't think that looked like boxers to me, okay? I saw a strap there, and I do not expect most men to be wearing those kinds of strapped underwear.
For me. You know, I at least try to do bathroom stuff and clean up myself. But because of how hard it is, I really only shower every few days. Most of the time, the only energy I have is to sit on the side of the tub or on the toilet, or wipe myself down, or shave some. I just can't do much.
Whoa, Crocodile Dundee, that's crazy. Also, I didn't know they made toilet seats that were bigger donuts on the top. I just had to like sit on the narrow ones and think I was gonna eat it with my butt, but this guy's got an extra big one. That's crazy. Also, he's like detailing himself with a spray bottle. This man has a crazy routine in the morning.
My wife has to help me out most of the time. Whether it's helping me shower when I have the energy to do that, or putting lotion or powder on areas of my body that need it that I can't reach.
Ready for me, Mikey?
Just about.
Don't tell me I gotta watch this lady powder his donut now too. I mean, it's taking care of some of his skincare stuff, so I mean, I guess it could be worse. Hopefully he's not spraying that pledge on him either that's on the top shelf.
I don't want her to have to take care of me like that. But if she doesn't do it, if a rash develops in one of my folds, one of my creases, it goes fungal. Then things can get bad for me. So Kim has to, powder me up like a baby on the bed.
Oh, baby. Everything is harder for Micheal with all that weight. So one of the things is that his skin can get rashy. And so I have to make sure that I help him put lotion on. Micheal gets very self-conscious when he can't take care of himself. And I tell him that he can be a caregiver sometimes and I can be a caregiver sometimes.
Okay, but let's keep it all the way real. There's not really much we could do on the reverse end. Like, you're probably doing everything for him outside of, like, I don't know what else he would really do. Unless I really can't think of anything that he could do for her that she couldn't do for herself, honestly.
But lately it's been just me, and it's hard because you get tired. But I just do it because Michael is my soulmate, and I would do anything for him.
It is an extremely painful way to go through life. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, having to carry this much weight on them. And most of the time, I just want to hide from everything.
I mean, I usually say I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but then when I really think about it, worst enemy can get it. They deserve to live in a 600-pound jail cell.
But I try to keep going and get out of the bedroom and to see my kids. We have 2 kids too, Xander, who's 17, and Liam, who's 12. So I get the energy to get to the couch, and then I just eat and spend my time there till I fall asleep or get tired and go to bed.
Okay, so this man's got 2 children. So obviously, like, at some point he was capable of doing things that he's not capable of at this point, right?
Want me to move that over for you?
No, this is good. So most of my day is just spent eating. And I love eating, but I hate how it's literally killing me. And I still don't want to stop because how food makes me feel. Food has basically destroyed my life already, even though I know what it's doing to me. When I'm hungry, I don't think about that.
He's eating a more balanced meal than we typically see on here, right? He's got some of that oikos, like low-calorie yogurt that's probably like 70, 80 calories, I think, a thing. He's got fruit. He also had some little pie thing. I'm not sure what that is, but his meal doesn't look all that bad. The portions are just pretty big, right?
All I care about is that food is going to make me feel better. It's always done that for me. I wish it were different.
Never mind. That was a little thick for yogurt. I think that might have been some kind of friggin' ice cream.
Liam,
Yeah,
wanna play some video games?
sure.
Okay.
But I can't change the past. And I think that craving I have for food started when I was very young.
Hey, Liam's got like a My Hero Academia sweatshirt on.
Because when I was just a few years old, my dad left my mom and I. So we had to move in with my grandparents. And my grandma was trying to keep me fed constantly. And by the time I was 7, I was probably close to 100, 110 pounds. And it made a perpetual cycle where I would get bigger. I would feel bad about being bigger. I would eat
Okay, confirmed. Crocodile Dundee moved in with Grandma Utz, and yeah, things kind of went downhill when she started making all those damn potato chips.
more. And I kept getting bigger and bigger. And the bigger I got, the less I wanted to be around other kids because they started to make fun of my size and being picked on by everyone in school. It's very isolating and very lonely. So I stayed at home, I played video games, and I ate. And that was pretty much my life for a few years.
Isn't it bad luck to stand under a ladder like that? Like, I don't want to say that's the reason he got the 600, but if you're Robin Hood standing underneath of a ladder, when I was that age, I think I did like a Power Ranger costume and went to school and then realized you could see through it, and I was not wearing any friggin' underwear.
And then things got worse for me when I was 11. My mother had signed me up for a kids' wilderness club thing, and a lot of the meetings were fine. But then we did an overnight camping trip. And of course, the pack leader was very charismatic, but
I already know where this is going. Why? Why are there so many Boy Scout leaders that are running like a Diddy party? Why? Like, I just watched something on Netflix, I swear, that was about Boy Scout leaders. They're all so... I was in the Boy Scouts. None of this ever freaky stuff ever... I guess I never went to any overnight things, though, but thank God.
unbeknownst to me at that time, he was also
So he would have the boys all stripped down and go sliding down the rock slides naked and do different things with each other.
He would have me do those things too, and he took advantage of me. He would have me take my clothes off, then he would me, but he didn't pursue me as much as the other boys.
What kind of sicko slip and slide stuff is this guy on? And how did nobody catch him doing any of this? Like, no other adults were there to supervise?
At that point, it had started dawning on me, but being fat, I was not desirable to. So I assumed that the more I ate, the less desirable I would get by getting bigger.
So I made it my mission to get bigger. And when I was around 14, I was 250 pounds. Thankfully, my mother took me out of the situation.
You know, we've heard that like so many friggin' times. Like, I got bigger because I realized it made me undesirable. And I just don't think that's the case. I think those kind of sickos are just with it with whatever. I don't think they care how big you are, whatever. I just think there's some kind of power dynamic at play, but I could be wrong. Let me know. I might be way off.
But I was starting to get a lot bigger, and that just made the bullying at school even worse. And high school was the worst because
High school was where the real torment started. High school is when you really started getting more into the mental and emotional pain.
Oh yeah, Morbid with a mullet doing a Stranger Things cosplay probably is going to get you a little bit of heat at school, okay? I mean, different time, but yeah, you're definitely going to catch some heat for that haircut, buddy. And yeah, you're probably going to get it pretty good. High school can be brutal, but I never really got picked on.
It was at least 50 pounds a year, just steadily. The eating habits never changed, and they increased, and it was a steady progression for me all through high school.
by the time I graduated,
I was probably close to 400 pounds.
but it wasn't holding me back to the point where I felt like I couldn't live my life. Because I was able to go to college after high school, and that ended up being a good time for me. College is when
I finally got confidence in myself, and I started realizing that my size could be used as an asset.
Okay, like when you hit college, around 400, I'd say that's what most people on the show are at. That's what I was kind of at. But you could still do if you're like pretty active. But if you're like younger and you like to sit around, do whatever, like we had a girl in my high school who was probably like 350. She had like an electric wheelchair because she just refused to get up, do anything. Like she was pretty bad off.
because I was able to get jobs doing things like being a bouncer at the club. I was basically a bodyguard, and I wanted to do that job better.
Then that led me into martial arts.
Okay, when the hell did Paul Blart turn into the Karate friggin' Kid? This guy, like, I did security, but I just sat at a damn desk because it was the easiest thing to do. I didn't think I was any kind of friggin' super cop. I wasn't even trying to catch people doing anything wrong. I was just chilling watching my portable DVD player doing nothing.
And at this point, I was probably close to 500 pounds. But martial arts was making me a better person, a stronger person, and a healthier person.
When I graduated, I threw myself into training even more, and
You did not like pose up for these pictures in your security. Like, I'm the dog, the big bad dog. That's crazy, man. Posing with these pictures in your security uniform is wild.
I fully dedicated myself to martial arts. I was training 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 6-7 hours a day.
Quick question. You ladies are on Tinder and you see that as a profile picture. What are you doing with that? You're probably mocking him out of the friggin' app, like right away.
so I was fully committed to martial arts for around 7 years of my life. And over that time, I lost around 120 pounds. I was back around 380 by the time I was 25, so I was feeling good, and I was
Good
in
work.
the best shape of my life.
So taking martial arts it allowed me to boost my confidence so much that I was able to meet the love of my life, Kimberly.
He also went from like Paul Blart to like Roadhouse in that pose right there. Like, this guy is just changing personalities like left and friggin' right in this episode so far.
And marry her. Kimberly and I actually met one night at a live action role playing game.
You were LARPing? What, the big show? Is that why you shaved your head?
She had heard about me from a friend of a friend, And as soon as I went to this event, I see this black blur just bolting at me. And then I get tackled by this person, and it was my wife. That was Kimberly.
Okay, so Kimberly, he was doing the big show. She was doing Ray Lewis. Apparently, she's a friggin' middle linebacker tackling 400-pound men.
Michael and I met through a mutual friend, and I had been told so much about him, about how amazing he was and how I would just fall in love with him. And so when I saw this massive, just tall as a giant man got out of the car, I just run up to him and I tackle him and I give him a hug, and yeah, that's how we met.
That's a bit of an aggressive move. Okay, let's switch this up real quick. She gets out of the car, he runs and tackles her, okay? That's an effing problem. Somebody's going to jail, and it's going to be him. She does it, shoe on the other foot, it's all fun and gags then. But he would have tackled her, game over. She would have been in the friggin' hospital, we would have been in trouble.
And it was love at first sight. So Kim and I dated, and it really became the first night that we spent the night with each other. Kim never left.
I just never left. And I fell in love first, I think, or I said it first, and it was like months before he said it, he held out on me.
Really? Is Roadhouse too cool to admit that he friggin' loves you? Because I bet this guy loved you from the jump. Because I can't imagine he was getting too much play in that security uniform. I don't know. Maybe there's women that are into security guards. I just haven't friggin' found them or ever seen them before. But I'm pretty. There might be some somewhere.
We just fell in love with each other.
And have been together ever since. We were meant.
I didn't know they made industrial-sized pans for the house. How does that even fit in the friggin' oven? That's 4 pizzas. This is crazy.
To be.
About a year later, things were going wonderful with Michael and I, and we ended up having Xander.
And when he was born, that's when I decided I wanted it all to be official. And so,
In front of the Justice of the Peace, we got married. We had my infant son Xander as a witness. It was amazing. It was a day I'll never forget.
I didn't know you could have an infant as a witness. That's kind of cool. Something to grow up and say, hey, you were the witness at our wedding. That's pretty awesome, actually.
soon after that, I decided I wanted to get healthier so I could do more with my son. And Kim did too. She'd gained a lot of weight, probably from being around my eating habits. So we both decided to get gastric bypass surgery, and I was approved. So was Kim.
Bro, he just threw a whole stick of butter, Salt Bay style, into those friggin' noodles. Also, she does not look like she had anywhere near the weight issue that you had, getting up above 600, but maybe she was way bigger once upon a time.
She had her surgery, but I never got mine. Because right after I finally got my approval, I got into a car wreck. Pretty bad one, where I
Roll my car 4 times, take out a lamppost, take out a fire hydrant. So they put me under, going to surgery. I woke up a few hours later, minus a spleen.
I was alive, but I was left with all this scarring in my abdomen. And in the end, the scar tissue was too extensive for gastric bypass to be possible.
1 pizza for me, 1 pizza for you. But also, I mean, he's just kind of unlucky, right? Over and over. He's approved, and then he gets in a friggin' car accident. Because, I mean, when I was 16, I took out a telephone pole at 100 miles an hour, and it broke, flipped end over end, and landed on the other side of the road. So I think he just got pretty unlucky with the rollover, because my car didn't roll. I don't know. I should have died like a million friggin' times.
I ultimately couldn't get to surgery because of that. And I took that news really hard, and I got really depressed. So I spent the next couple of years going back to food again until I got up to 450 pounds. And it took me some time and a lot of food to bring me out of it. But once I started to come back from that depression, me and Kimberly began to talk about having another child.
9 months later, our second son, Liam, came out.
And at that point,
I stopped doing martial arts, and
the combination of quitting martial arts and going back to my old eating habits led me to go back up to my highest weight plus, because I'm over 600 pounds now.
Bruh, okay, I don't think quitting martial arts really made you get more morbid, but eating like 4 friggin' pizzas with pasta and with garlic bread, and for breakfast you had a big ass meal. That's probably what's adding on the friggin' pounds. I don't think you just like it's just not martial arts and oh shit, I can't do a sidekick anymore, I'm gonna get super morbidly obese.
And I have never been this big at any time in the past 43 years of my life. And it makes me really sad because there's so much I want to be able to do with my wife and sons. But life is pretty much this couch.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy. He's probably a little upset he can't do tickle pickle anymore or anything like that. And his sons are just looking at him like he's just a video game like friend online, pretty much. Look at this look he's getting from his son right now. That is the most I like love you, Dad, but I do not know what the hell to say to you.
So I can either watch TV with them, play video games, or eat. Those are my options. And most of the time, it's just eat.
How much garlic bread would you like, sweetheart? Like 3 or 4?
Just bring the plates. We'll put them on the ottoman.
Okay.
No, because that way you can just pick at it. But
Throw me in another thing of Texas toast, babe. This is not gonna do it. This is not a friggin' enough.
I'm always eating. Even when I get so full, my belly feels swollen to the point that the scars on my stomach hurt from the pressure.
you want some Parmesan cheese, bud?
I do indeed.
I still don't want to stop because of how food makes me feel. But I've traded that feeling for everything else in my life. You know,
I mean, your wife doesn't make you feel any kind of way, right? Your kids, they don't make you feel good about anything. Or really just this kielbasa makes you all hot and heavy. Nothing else does it for you, huh? Video games, nothing. You can't do a sidekick no more. We're screw doing a cartwheel kick or a little roundhouse thing. That is out the friggin' window. Roundhouse of the Rolos.
can't go out now because I've developed a fear of being around people.
That I can't go outside my front door because of the agoraphobia. I can't go into stores. I don't want people to see me.
And the worst part about that isn't what it's doing to my life. It's how it affects my family's life.
And especially with my kids, because I can't take my kids outside. We don't play outside. We play video games, you know? We eat.
You could play outside, okay? Like, he seems pretty mobile. I guess the agoraphobia is stopping it, but he's not the only one that didn't want people to see him because he got too fat. I spent like 3 years not wanting anybody to ever see me and not answering my phone for old friends, anything like that, just because I didn't want them to see how bad I had become. So, I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I still went out. I just didn't dare want to run across anyone I knew, but I guess he's taking it to more of an extreme.
Food, you know? And my kids love me, you know? But I know I'm an embarrassment. I won't go to school functions. I don't want people to see what their dad looks like because that just makes them a target.
Michael he's an amazing person, but he has a tendency to look at the negative. And he doesn't believe in himself, and he doesn't love himself. And
He's definitely a little bit of a negative Nancy, right? Nothing he said at all so far has been positive in any way, shape, or form. Granted, the trauma when he was younger, stuff like that, that's not going to ever be positive, right? But he's just taken everything and turning it into a negative, from his wife to his kids. Like, it's just nothing makes him happy at all besides food and slurping up this pasta.
she could see through my eyes because I can see how amazing he is. That he's a glowing star. And I want him one day to see that.
But I hate hiding. I hate being ashamed, and I hate how I'm trapped.
I am extremely trapped, both in my body and in my mind. I can't go outside. It's like house arrest.
Well, here's the good news. You're not friggin' trapped because of the toilet, because you got the extra big one, so you're not getting trapped in that puppy. And, I mean, yeah, I get it. He's scared of the outside world. People suck. Yada, yada, yada. Always people suck. Whatever, dude. You gotta get over it for your family at this point.
I feel like I've committed a crime by getting foods that I know I have no business eating.
And I hate it that this is what my life's become. I hate myself.
I hate myself. I hate my body. I hate my kids. I hate my wife. I hate my husband. I hate my children. I hate my family. I hate myself. I have a body that's 600 pounds. And as much as I've tried to fix it over the years, as many diets, every diet I've ever been on, have all failed miserably.
Having to watch him gaining weight, it's just heartbreaking because there's nothing I can do or anyone else. If Micheal doesn't change his eating habits, we will lose him, and so we're praying that he can do it because
I didn't think Michael was going to be able to finish all that stuff she put in front of him, but I'll be damned if he didn't put it all away. And now he's in so much pain, he can't do nothing. Now you're going to massage his stomach? This is going in a whole weird direction right here. Like, he don't care at all about his friggin' wife. Like, not one damn bit. She's powdering his donut, and he's just over here eating so much he can't even move anymore.
he is our light, and I don't want to lose him. I can't even imagine.
I know I'm on a limited schedule. Every night I go to sleep thinking, if I die in my sleep, my wife's gonna wake up and have 600 pounds of dead meat next to her.
So I know I have to change now.
Because this is a ticking time bomb, just waiting to take my life.
Okay, don't jiggle it at me like that, first off, because it seems like you're trying to intimidate me. And then also, don't sit there and play with the crack. The wife, like, trying to push out a fart thing like a cat. What's it called when they do that kneading thing? That's just friggin' weird, man. I've never seen that move before on this TV show at all.
That once I cross that line where my body can't go on, then that'll be it. I won't make it, and then I'll lose everything. And I can't let that happen.
At least she's deciding to get comfortable here. This is probably the best thing that she could do at this point. But, I mean, he is in pain. I don't think he's going anywhere the rest of the friggin' night. Those cats were fast as lightning. Huh.
Today I'm gonna go try to see Dr. Now. And I am not looking forward to it. Because I don't like going out in public. But I need to do this. So I'm gonna try and go get in the car and drive to Dr. Now's clinic. And Kim's gonna go with me.
Going to see the super morbidly obese scarecrow. Kind of scary. Dr. Now scares the hell out of all of us fat people, so you're not the only one, buddy. But what's the baby monitor for? Are you like watching, is one of his sons like special needs or something? Did I miss that?
So we have someone who's gonna watch the boys for a little while. But we should be back later on this evening because it's only about a 45-minute drive or so. It's time to go. I wish it wasn't.
You ready, baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get my shoes on. But I want help, so I'm gonna do this. I just hope I can do this. And it's not too overwhelming for me when I get out there. That doctor now says he can help me. Part of me is worried that he's gonna say I'm too far gone.
You got your hat?
Yeah, you got the coffee?
I'm just trying to keep my expectations low. So if that happens, I don't get let down. But I guess I'll just have to see how it goes.
Today.
Look, we're not trying to like shoot for the stars or anything like that. Like, expectations low are kind of where we keep it. But since I said that about maybe his son being like special needs, I think the hat he just put on, I saw like the, what is it? The puzzle pieces. They're like multicolored. I think that's like an autism thing. I'm not sure. I think it is though.
I'm going with Micheal to see Dr. Now, and I'm hoping that my husband will get his life back. But it's gonna be up to him, because as soon as Micheal thinks that something won't work, he'll stop. But
Yeah, he is definitely one of the more negative people I've ever friggin' seen on the show. Like, this guy, his negativity is dragging me down. And I try to be a pretty friggin' positive guy. I try to look on the funny side of things. But yeah, his negativity is definitely bringing down my vibe a little bit.
he needs to know that this is his chance. And if he doesn't take it, he's not gonna be here anymore.
Guess it's now or never. But I know just having the wheel, it'll help me feel a little bit more in control. And just knowing that I can turn around if I need to helps me keep going, as weird as it sounds. So I'm just gonna try to drive again, if I can handle being behind the wheel.
You see how he has like the seat position, like leaning all the way back to the point where he's going to be practically laying down. He's going to be sitting straight up. There's no gangster lean going on here at all. You just got to sit like that. Like my seat was like that too, because I'm too damn fat and I need to get my stomach out of the way. And this guy's stomach is bigger than most people's. Like all his weight's right in his friggin' stomach. So turning around, I mean, I hope he doesn't, but hopefully he'll make it.
You okay?
I'm good. Thank you. That sound?
I know. So what are you thinking?
Honestly, there is nothing I can do. I can't perform the surgery on myself.
No.
So I need a yes or a no.
Okay, so what happens if it's a yes?
If Dr. Now says yes, I'm gonna try. It doesn't mean he's gonna succeed. I've been cut open before, with the promise of waking up anew.
Let's think positively.
Right? I mean, come on, dude. Enough negative. I don't know how the hell she stays positive a day of her friggin' life. Not with this guy here just bringing the vibe down non-friggin' stop. I mean, I get it's a negative place to be. Trust me, I've been there. I know how negative I could be. But it wasn't 24/7 just doom and gloom, man. Find the silver lining somewhere. You've got sons. You've got a wife that seems to care. Like, you've got more going for you than a lot of friggin' people on the show.
He's my judgment day. That's really the only way to put it. This is it.
Did I miss something? Did Dr. Now just get the power to send people to hell if he doesn't like them? Judgment Day. Come on, man.
I love you, baby.
I love you.
We're almost to Dr. Now's. I'm just getting more nervous as we get closer, because I'm scared this isn't going to go well, and that I'm not going to be able to get the help I need. That's my biggest fear, and it's overwhelming me even more now that we're almost there, because I don't know how I'm going to handle it if Dr. Now says anything like that to me. I just know.
Yeah, I think if this guy got some negative news, it would just be a whole spiral of negativity coming in. More eating, because that's the only thing that makes him happy, according to him. So if he got negative news from the doctor, yeah, he's probably going to spiral and go totally the wrong direction here.
It won't be good, but I'm doing my best to stay positive as much as I can.
I think that you just need to have the mind frame that you need to have right now. Okay? If all you can do is just hope for the next step, then that's where you need to be. You now have hope, which is something you've never had.
Every other doctor has walked away from this. Why should I have any more hope now?
Because this is his specialty. He does hard cases.
Well, that's
so
awesome.
that's hope.
And that hope got us here right now today.
Yes.
Okay, but when I turn into this office, there's no more hope. The hope of getting here is done, complete. Now it's the gamble. Hope is dead from this point on.
Never die.
All right, man. You're going to have hope, because hope's the only thing we got going for us at this point. Look, I understand why he's being so friggin' negative, right? I get it. But at the same time, it's driving me nuts that nothing positive ever comes out of this guy's mouth at friggin' all. And his wife's just trying her damnedest to drag him out of this slump he's in, but he just won't have it.
This is our baby step. Okay? You're here. So then we're going to go see the doctor, and
Yes.
he's going to say yes.
Okay.
I mean, I guess baby step. This is some kind of gargantuan goo goo gaga thing with this guy throwing a damn temper tantrum.
My clothes get tighter, so I know I'm gaining weight. I just hope I'm not going to see something like a 700 come up, or anything close to that. If it's gotten to that point, it's going to be really hard for me to see and accept. Whatever the number is, or how high it's gotten.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kind of laughing because it's funny how we judge how we're getting fatter based on if our clothes are getting tighter, if our underwear is giving us more wedgies or what the hell ever this guy is determines if he's gaining weight or not.
I only have myself to blame, but I'm trying to change that now because I'm here to lose weight and get to a better place and get that number down to where it should be. Dr. Now's trying to get his help to lose weight. And I'm about to find out how much help I actually need when the number on that scale comes up.
Hold on, no falling.
I'm just hoping it's not up to anything like the 700s, because that'll devastate me if I see that.
Okay, 609 is not nearly 700 like he thought, but I don't know if he thought it was some kind of Jedi mind trick, if he could just friggin' like levitate real quick, lose a few pounds. I don't know why the hell he was doing that. A little bit of Kit Kat Kung Fu right there.
I'm both relieved and upset because my weight's not as high as I was afraid it could be. But that's still a horrible number. No human person should be at that weight. So that's what I have to change. And that's what I'm going to change if Dr. Now is willing to give me a chance and take me on as a patient. Because he's the only hope I have left.
Whenever they're like, no human should be this heavy, I always think like cattle auctions where you're like going in there weighing cows, seeing what they go for like per pound. And I'm like, yeah, 609 would be a pretty damn big cow, wouldn't it?
No. Don't cry for me, Timmy Tina. Come in.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm Dr. Jordan, and you're
Michael Blair.
Michael Blair. And this young lady is?
This is my wife, Kimberly.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, were you?
I also just realized that his last name's Blair from like the Blair Sandwich Project, which is funny because that was like Burkittsville, which is like 20 minutes away from me, the Blair Witch Project. So yeah, funny.
Coming from?
Conroe.
Conroe, Texas. All right. So, Michael, you're over 600 pounds, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And you're here to lose weight, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what led you to come here to get help with that today?
Last chance. I've tried to contact doctors. I've contacted numerous surgeons because I've got extensive scar tissue from my emergency splenectomy.
But we just like to whip that puppy out, huh? And pet it a little bit. Every chance he gets, he's whipping out that thing.
No surgeon wants to cut in because they say that there's no hope.
How much you weighed when you had that?
380.
Huh?
I was 380 pounds.
380 pounds? Do you have a goal at this point?
The only goal I have left is to find a surgeon that is willing and able to cut through my scar tissue and actually perform the surgery. Because I've tried every diet out there. Nothing has worked.
So what seems to be the biggest challenge with your eating habit?
It's the amount that it takes to sate me. It's like I can't just have one chicken breast.
Yeah.
Bro, when the fuck did you eat a chicken breast? You had 4 pizzas, pasta with extra Parmesan, a whole damn tray of garlic bread. Where's the one chicken breast ever coming into play here? You started out like, yeah, oh, it takes so much to satiate me, blah, 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 whatever, dude. Because you're definitely eating to the point that you're damn near sick, laying there and needing somebody to like massage your stomach. So no one chicken breast. Don't give anybody that crap, man. Or he's just in delusion. Like, because I was in delusion too. I still don't think I ate all that much, but every day I'm like, damn, I really ate a hell of a lot.
And, it's like if I have a bowl of rice, my bowl of rice can be 2 or 3 cups of rice at a time. So it's just empty carbs. Or it'll be pasta. It'll be a pound of pasta.
Okay, if you say you eat healthy, but you just eat too much of it, then why can't you stop eating?
I don't know. That's the question. I can't stop because I at some point, I think maybe it became a defense mechanism because I was I was so and as a child, just in society. I can't even, like, it's hard for me to go out. I have agoraphobia.
Actually, that kind of makes a lot of sense. That he just kind of looks at it as like a defense thing, his happy place. I don't know. A lot of that makes sense. But everybody responds to trauma differently. So I don't know if this is how he responds to it. I don't think you can really like hold him at fault for that. But at some point, he's going to have to overcome that because he's got a family and he's got people depending on him to be a better man than somebody that just sits there and lives in their trauma forever, right?
So it's extremely hard for me to be out in public because I don't really like people. I hate society.
So at what age did you decide that?
I realized I didn't like people when I was about 8 or 9. Once I realized that I was always going to be picked on.
So at any point, did you have any therapy or see any
I've had lots of therapy.
So with all
Hot damn, 8 or 9? You decided you hated everybody? 8 or 9? That's crazy. You should have been just worried about Pokemon and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at that age, not hating the friggin' world.
these things, not liking people, having difficulty in it, how in the world do you get such a supporting wife? How did you find that?
I met him.
Funny. Humor. I can hide my pain through humor.
When the hell did that happen? You haven't made me laugh yet, funny man. I haven't heard you say one damn joke yet. Everything's doom and gloom, and you're just a negative cloud of just like messed up thoughts, dude. Like, where's the humor coming from? I need like some kind of funny haha or something.
But could it be that you don't give too much opportunity for people to know you? And if they know you, maybe they like you?
Absolutely. I've been hurt so many times by people that I don't want people to get to know me.
So if you were today 220 pounds, do you think your outlook going with the people will change?
Oh, 100%.
So the issue is the perspective you're adopting on things, where you make excuses and blame everyone for the reason you don't want to be around them. But this all comes down to your weight being the issue. So do you think you can make some changes in your eating habit? Are you motivated to do that?
I am 100% motivated.
Now, as far as perspective goes, I've said this from like the start of this channel. Like everything is perspective when it comes to this. Because if you're just sitting here being super negative all the time, you're not going to get anywhere. There's some like power that comes with the perspective or seeing things in a positive light that people just like miss out on all the time because they're just stuck in this negative place. Which I get it. People have their walls up, they put up barriers, whatever. Like, but this guy, as far as like the humor and just the amount of negativity that he has just swirling around him at any given moment, his perspective's going to have to change like 1,000,000%. It's going to have to change so fast.
Well, you're going to have to make some changes.
Done.
And
Done and done.
bite the bullet and control your eating habit. And that's going to be
Done.
something that you're going to have to do to get to that point.
Done and done.
Okay. Well, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to set you to see a therapist and see if they can help you get some of the level of anxiety that you have down, because you have built so many baggage in your life at this point, and you become so very opinionated about where you are and how the world is. Maybe we can change that, okay?
I hope.
His wife just whispered, "Oh, that would be great." Like, I don't know what point she draws the line, man, where she's just like, I've had enough of this. I can't just sit here around somebody that's this friggin' negative 24/7. You're going to have to learn how to roundhouse kick a Reese cup again if that gets you in your happy place and makes your humdinger stand up. I don't know what the hell she's going to do, because apparently she don't mean things. Like, she can powder his donut, whatever, and all that he's worried about is where he's getting the next slurp of like spaghetti from.
So this is going to be something that's important to do.
Okay.
Because your perspective on things needs to improve for you to have any chance to do this for the long run. But we got a lot of work to do, get to the point that will be even feasible to try and see there is a possibility to do any kind of surgery on you. So, the first thing is going to be that you need to start losing weight now. So we're going to try to change your eating habit and see if we can get some discipline in what you're eating and try to get weight down. And then I'm going to set you up to have some tests and do endoscopy and weight loss surgery. But you have food comfort. So everything that you see that is dark in front of you when you eat can get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Look, as far as like the endoscopy, if this guy gets bad news, right? And they're like, look, there's nothing we can do. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull himself out of that because it's so easy just to fall back into your old ways or just keep doing what makes you comfortable because getting out of your comfort zone is the tough thing, right? Like I'll applaud him for getting up, coming out, even coming to Dr. Now's because he says he's agoraphobic, right? So he doesn't want to leave the house. But as far as like his mindset and just everything, it's going to be super easy for him just to spiral and go back into that negative place.
So that food comfort is going to be an issue because even if you do weight loss surgery, how you can deal with those anxieties?
Yeah.
If you don't learn to deal with that in a healthy way, you still go back to food and undo the surgery, it will be pointless in the long run. And that's going to be a significant issue that we need to work out,
Yes.
okay? So you're going to do some blood tests on you today, but I'm going to set you up to have some more tests done on your heart and your lung and examine your scar tissue and what's going on in your abdomen and see what is the ability for you to have any kind of surgery down the road.
Okay.
But
You know, I wish that was like part of the show that they actually showed because I mean, the list and the amount of doctor's visits that I had to go to just to get the surgery is just absolutely friggin' nuts, man. I must have went to like over 100 doctor's appointments easy, like easy. I think I had to go to the cardiologist at least like 15 times, the lung specialist, the sleep specialist, and then you have to go get all the imaging done, and then I had to go get all the imaging again because I had to do like half of this stuff again because the world broke into a friggin' like pandemic. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stuff you have to do. I wish the show showed all of that.
this is something that I want you to focus on changing your life at this point. You're going to have to try hard and follow the instruction and be more proactive for your health. And this is the only way we can get you out of this situation.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
And I had gastric bypass 15 years ago, and so I will be whatever you need support-wise for him.
Well, that's good. But so far, whatever his environment is, he's still able to get what he wants and overeat. So that unhealthy support system need to change.
That's what I was thinking. Like, yes, super supportive. She seems like a wonderful woman, right? I don't have anything bad to say about her at all, besides the fact that she just kind of caves and gives him whatever he wants because he's a big baby and he's just going to get super negative. You try to give this man a banana and he's probably going to want to give you like a roundhouse kick until you give him some damn Reese's, which I'm not saying he would do that, okay? I'm just saying he's going to throw a bit of a temper tantrum till he gets some damn Tim Tams or something.
So the diet is going to limit the amount to eat in a day to 1,200 calories. But the focus on protein and avoiding almost all carbs.
Okay.
And I want your focus to be on losing as much weight as you can right now and getting your stamina up. But I'm not going to give you a specific goal until we do the endoscopy, okay?
Okay.
But all those things is going to be all up to you at this point. I want you to forget about what the past is and look forward to future. So this is a new day. You're going to start a new way of eating, a new way of exercising and changing everything. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We're willing to do it. You tell us what to do and we'll do it.
All right, and so I'm going to bring you some instruction that I mentioned. Then we'll set up an appointment for you to go to therapy.
Okay.
So just try to change the course of the life that you have right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
If he's
So this-
able to change that, will you think, I mean, is it possible, do you think, to attempt the surgery if
Well,
all the tests say?
From what Michael said, most likely we're going to face a lot of scar tissue and a lot of issues. So we have to look at that issue first to see what's possible and if weight loss surgery can be done or not. So if everything looks good and he loses weight, we can try doing surgery on him. Okay?
Okay.
I got your yes. Is it possible?
But this is
Don't shush her. She's the one talking here, trying to get you answers. You're just sitting here. I think he's pretty much just saying, like, look, I'll give it a go. I'll do whatever you need. But I don't know if he even really friggin' means it. Part of him might be saying it just to make her happy at this point. So hopefully he does, man. I don't know. Because he seems so disconnected. It's weird. But maybe that's just the agoraphobia showing itself. I'm not sure because he hates people. Hopefully you don't hate Doctor now because the man's trying to do you a solid here.
all going to be
Yeah.
to
dependent if it's safe to have surgery.
Yeah.
Okay? But you have to bite the bullet and do the hard work.
Fine. Done and done.
What was your childhood like? Any major experiences?
Major experiences when my mom wanted me to always be a part of something.
Okay.
She put me into a camping troop, boy type stuff.
Okay.
So, we went on a weekend camping trip. Camp leader liked to indulge in young boys, liked to have us
Wow.
get naked and go down waterfalls and wrestle each other and wrestle him. And
How old were you?
about
Ew, what kind of wet and wild, weird wrestling stuff is this guy on? This camp leader just sounds worse and friggin' worse. Like, if you're a parent, are you afraid to put your kid in Boy Scouts because you just heard this story way too many friggin' times? Like, I feel like most people are terrified of the Boy Scouts now because they've seen the Netflix documentary or heard this.
10 or 11.
Okay. What effect do you think that had on you going through that?
I think that's when I started really hating people in general.
But he sort of made you suspicious of
Every type of person, every adult, everyone who could have authority. I never wanted to do any event with other children.
Right.
I never wanted to be away from my home.
so it trapped you.
Basically, his action erected a cage around me that I can't escape from.
You're trapped now.
Yeah, I'm still.
But he got out there, was out in the world, going to like live action role play, LARPing or whatever. That's how he met her. He had a security job. He said he was a bouncer. So he got over it for an amount of time, but I guess it just kind of doubled back. And then all these old memories and stuff just made him feel trapped all over again. I mean, I guess it can happen like that, I think, right?
Trapped because I don't like going out. Like, I'll go out to drive Kim to a store, but I don't go in stores because I don't like people.
So stores are a big deal for you? You don't like them?
No.
So can you think of a safe store for you? Where's a store that you would feel comfortable?
Somewhere where there wasn't a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it be a store that had something that you liked or were interested in, or?
It would
Okay.
have, like probably anything where I could get some spiritual supplies.
Okay, yeah. So like something with the crystals or something like
Exactly.
that. And getting you out of the house is going to...
Who would have guessed that this guy was a crystal type of guy? I mean, I've bought a couple crystals over the years. Like, I got this thing. This thing I got off friggin' Amazon. It's supposed to make me like prosperous or something. I don't know what kind of crystal it is, but it looks like a weapon more than anything. I don't know. It's supposed to make me prosper or something, or make my work ethic great. I don't know what the hell that crystal does.
be slow, incremental steps.
Yeah.
So I want to find a way for you to communicate with that group leader.
He's dead now.
Okay. So you can't talk to him directly. It might be something like a letter. And the letter might say something like, you've kept me.
He's spiritual. Do a seance, drag his spirit up out of hell and tell him what a shitbag he is. I don't know. I'm sure you could kind of channel this man or something, but I don't know what kind of weird stuff you'd get from the slip and slide freak off, man.
Down too long, and I'm done with that. Because that guy can't hurt you anymore. He's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you do with that letter?
Burn it.
And the act of burning it is symbolic, right? It's about giving you power over the things that had power over you previously, right? Claim your power, right? Okay. Great to meet you guys. Thanks for coming in.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
Have a safe drive back up to...
Okay.
Hey, thank you so
Look
much.
forward to this homework.
Okay, so his homework to write a letter to that guy, burn it, kind of put that part of him behind him, which I think, that's probably a pretty good assignment. Because if he's still stuck in that like child mindset where, this happened to him and he just can't get past it, even though, he's got his own family and stuff to worry about now, I mean, I guess, like I said, trauma affects everyone differently. He could just be stuck that way from the time he was a little boy. So, yeah, I guess that's probably not a bad assignment, but do a seance, drag him away from his Diddy party in hell, and see if him and Epstein could come. Probably been hanging out down there getting tormented or whatever, but yeah.
Can you grab my chair, please? After seeing Dr. Now and Dr. Paradise, I was feeling really good about things. And I'm ready to make some big changes in my life. And to get rid of the things that have been holding me back and dragging me down.
Today we're making s'mores, but no, he's got spaghetti. That can't be all the junk food in that house, right? Like junk food Jackie Chan over here has got to have a hell of a lot more than that. Cause yeah, drive through hour, rush hour, Chris Tucker, Chris Smuckers over here. He's probably got some peanut butter and jelly somewhere.
And so I decided to do a purge today, where I take all the bad food in this house and burn it down. Doing that is long overdue. So I am ready for this purge.
In all honesty, though, the tater tots probably still pretty good coming out of the fire. I don't know about the other stuff, but the tater tots, those probably ain't all that bad.
Can I throw something in?
It's up
Of
to them.
course. You want to join me in this?
You can dump that out.
Is that plastic?
You have
You
to pull
can't
them
put the
out.
plastic in.
Pull them out and burn them.
It's okay.
They're being all environmentally conscious, not trying to burn the plastic. That's kind of cool, actually. I expected them just to chuck everything in there.
You should throw this one away, Dad.
It's hard watching some of this food burn. Instead of, using it, it's like watching my comfort just disintegrate. But now it forces me to find other ways to get that comfort because it can't be food anymore.
Jeez, how many long dongs do you have to burn here with the seance? She's got her eyes closed. She's missing them things. Look at her. She's traumatized.
Not if I want to live. And that's what I want above all else. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the hospital and Dr. Now is going to do my endoscopy. And the tests he needs to see if it's even possible for me to have weight loss surgery. Because I'm going to find out if I have a future or not. And if the answer is that nothing can be done, and Dr. Now tells me that, then it's going to devastate me completely. Because this is my last and final hope.
I mean, this man really looks like this is seriously hard. Like, I wouldn't think it's that damn hard just to burn some food, but I think he means every part of it when he says, like, this is the only thing that gives him any comfort in life. Because he looks like right now he could just throw up.
It's all burning away. And the fire will rise again. So we smoke before fire.
Mm-hmm. You got this. Okay?
Mm-hmm. So what kind of salad are you thinking for dinner?
All right, maybe he is a little bit funny, but I didn't think we really needed all the proverbs of the pounds or anything. There's always smoke before fire. I thought that's something that people just said when they were playing checkers for who goes first, black or red.
All right, so yeah, endoscopy show you have some had a hernia. The bad news is that weight loss surgery may not be an option with all the scar tissue and the hernia you have.
Okay.
But the good news is we may be able to fix that and take the scar tissue down and fix the hernia.
Okay.
And then once we do that, then we'll have opportunity to make weight loss surgery possible for you.
But here's the thing, okay? He just got news that it's going to take way longer. People, like, typically when we're in this situation at this size, hearing something like that is kind of damning. It kind of makes you just want to go back on your ways and hear that it's not possible instead of just it's going to take a long time. So hopefully that doesn't happen with him, but I know it happened with me quite a few times.
Well, before any of this is possible, you need to lose 150 to 100 pounds to reduce the stress that your weight is putting in your whole system, but also around your abdomen, okay? Because right now, your body wouldn't be able to handle an operation. And we won't be able to maneuver any instrument in your abdomen safely to do the operation. Do you think you can do that?
It's going to be hard. So,
Well, nobody said it's going to be easy.
yeah.
All right?
Yeah, I just...
Okay, but hearing like 150 pounds instead of probably hearing like lose 80 pounds over 2 months, like that feels like a lot, man. That's 25% of your weight right there. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, that's going to be could be the death sentence for his whole weight loss journey. Just hearing that his goal is going to be that high off the bat, even to get one thing fixed, to even go for the weight loss surgery.
I just didn't quite think that hard. That's all.
But if you want to change your life, you're going to have to work hard.
Yeah.
So stick with the diet, increase your activity, and we'll set another appointment with Dr. Paradise so you can keep working on things with him.
Okay.
You think you can do that?
I know I can. I have no choice. I have to.
Great. We'll get you there.
All right. I appreciate it.
Okay? So I'm going to adapt your weight loss goal to 100 pounds over 3 months, okay?
I'll try.
Okay, that's better than I was thinking. I thought he just said he had to lose a minimum of 150. So, I mean, his goal's not too lofty considering what Doctor Now says to other people on the show. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of friggin' weight, 100 pounds, but at the same time, it's not the worst thing he could have heard.
Okay, work toward that goal. And once you get down 150 pounds, we'll check on you again and see how close you're getting to where we can safely do hernia surgery.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you soon. And if you need anything, give me a call.
I will. Thank you. Have a good one, Doc.
For now, we need to focus Micheal on adapting to healthier eating habits and to helping him sustain that for as long as possible. Without weight loss surgery, that's going to be very difficult for him to do for the long term. But at this point, we don't know weight loss surgery will ever be an option for him. And hernia repair and scar tissue removal won't even be an option until he loses a good amount of weight. So
Okay, so yeah, basically what Dr. Now is saying is this guy's got kind of the long, roundabout, scenic view of this whole weight loss journey. So yeah, it's going to suck for Micheal. Like, it's not going to be your typical wham bam, walk in there, lose the weight, get the surgery. But sometimes you got to take the roundabout view just to appreciate it a little more, or maybe to change his perspective. Maybe this is what he needs. Maybe this is good for him if he can take the time, kind of set back, look at the things in his life that are kind of good. Like, it could be a good thing for the guy.
Reading the letter that Dr. Paradise talked about in therapy. And then to burn it, to let some of those things from my childhood go. I don't want to keep letting anything hold me back.
I want to try to do some homework.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the part where we do the seance for the diddler and figure out what the hell that guy, maybe burn him. I don't know. Here's where he let some of his past go. So yeah, this is going to be good for him. Just like burning the food was kind of good for him.
Is it going to disturb you if I'm in here for a little bit?
No, you're good.
Feed the frogs, and then I'm going to go into my room and take a nap.
Okay, baby.
I'm guessing this is going to take a lot of emotion and feelings that honestly, I don't think I've ever fully processed. I've just kept it all inside and to myself because I was scared and I just had no one I felt I could talk to about it.
This guy's got like a crazy gaming setup here. I wonder if this guy live streams or something, because it looks like he has like a live streaming setup. Because he's got a mic, He's got, I don't know, I think I saw a webcam earlier. Maybe this guy's like streaming on Twitch right now or something with his kids.
I finished what I wanted to get out and put in the letter. But it has been emotionally draining for me to do. But I knew it would be.
Oh, you feel like staying out here for this hatred?
You know what? I think that you need someone just to say it to.
I mean, I don't think this woman would leave you anywhere on your own, because this woman seems like she's a rock. Like, you better thank your lucky stars that you ended up with this, like, tackling, live action role playing lady right here, because she's a friggin' saint in my book for dealing with your negativity most of the time. Granted, he's got a reason to be negative some of the time, but I mean he's got a lot of stuff that he kind of has hatred for. So I mean I get it, but she's like, this woman, I don't know, she's a friggin' saint. That's all I can say.
Dear you know who you are.
That diddler.
You tormented me. I had to be your whipping boy. You found pleasure in the bodies of young boys. You forced me to see the horror this world is capable of. You have done your damage and left your mark. Now, you are banished to the flames. I
did not expect to banish anybody. He's really doing some kind of black magic stuff right now, isn't he? I was joking about the seance, but he's talking about banishing this guy, sending him to the damn shadow realm. So he's got to be on some kind of witch stuff. Maybe he is the Blair Witch Project guy.
will never forget you.
Hey, don't do any kind of voluptuous voodoo or anything on me for any joke I've made if you happen to see this, buddy. I happen to think that your wife's great, your kids are great. I just think you're a bit of a negative Nancy, okay? But don't curse me. No kind of fat, like pincushion dolls or anything. Don't come for me. I've already had somebody try to do black magic on me, I'm pretty sure, when I'm younger, and that made me fat.
Let's go in, baby.
Okay. Leave the chair until tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get it all later.
All it took was one friggin' joke about me thinking this kid had a friggin' cauldron at home, and I'm pretty sure he cursed me. That's all I'm saying. So don't curse me, buddy, okay? You're doing great.
And I'm nervous because right now we had an arrangement for someone to pick up the kids after school and to watch them for a bit. So Kim could be here with me because I don't like going out in public much. But that fell through, so she had to do it. So my options are to skip it or to try to get there on my own. And I don't think
Oh no, he has to go to this one on his own? That's a big step. Like, that's a big friggin' deal for a guy that's agoraphobic.
it'd be a good idea if I skipped it. So I'm gonna go out on my own for the first time in a long while. I can't even remember the last time I went out on my own. It's just been a long time, so I'm extremely nervous and apprehensive about doing this.
Cut to this guy driving through a friggin' Wendy's drive-thru, and I'm gonna lose my damn mind if that's where he decides to go the first time he's got a little bit of freedom.
But I'm still going because I desperately need help. And I need the surgeries that Dr. Now thinks he can do. And I don't want to mess my chances of any of that up. And so the fear of losing my chance is outweighing my agoraphobia. So my one fear is helping me defeat my other fear, I guess. But whatever it takes to motivate me to do this, even without Kim. My wife has always been my biggest support. And when she's with me, I know I have somebody that has my back, no matter what.
A lady had your back, your front, and everything else, the way she was powdering it up at the start. So yeah, she's got a little bit more than your friggin' back. That's not to say that you've been a model husband or anything, because I don't think you've been the greatest, but you've got a lot of things to work through, and hopefully she just stays supportive for the whole friggin' thing, right?
So doing this without her is scary. It's gonna be hard to hear the news without her, good or bad. Whatever it is, you know? If it's bad, I need her support. If it's good, she's the only one I can't wait to share it with. So this definitely makes it harder. But I'm a little proud of myself for doing it. This is a big step for me, so that's something. But all I really care about right now is if I hit that goal or not.
One small step for man, one giant leap for a beast agoraphobics. So yeah, she's not here. That sucks for him. But he said that she's the only one that he wants to share this experience with. So this is not as negative as he started out. So maybe he's just kind of starting to see the light. He's kind of turning it all around at this point because he doesn't sound as negative as he did at the beginning.
It comes down to my weight. And I don't know how much progress I've made with that, and if it's enough. So there's still that fear, because if it's not enough, I'm afraid Dr. Now will think that surgery will never be a possibility for me, that he's going to think that I'm not committed enough. So the option for any surgery is going to be taken off the table, and that's it. It'll turn out just like I was afraid it would from the beginning, with another shattered dream on the floor for me. But I'm trying.
I'm kind of scared for Dr. Now at this point, because if this guy just postures up and decides he's going to go Karate Kid on Dr. Now because he told him, like, no surgery, you're not doing enough, or Dr. Now kind of flips out a little bit, I don't think that's going to end up good. Paul Blart here looks like he might be able to handle himself a little bit.
I need to stay as positive as I can right now and not focus on any negative. But it's hard without Kim. She helps center me. So I'm just struggling because of how much is going to be determined by the number on the scale.
I never noticed that there was a wiener on this painting in the background before. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have seen that, but that's balls, right? That's definitely balls on that painting, huh? It's kind of funny, too. If they move the camera angle a little bit, it would be balls on his chin. But the producers aren't that evil, right? They just want to see your, like, fupa angle.
You know, it's impossible not to fixate on it and worry, because either I hit my goal, and that's good, because I can move ahead in some fashion, or I didn't. And if I didn't, there's a very real chance that I'm going to be told that'll never happen.
Michael?
That I'm not getting surgery because it'll be physically impossible.
How are you today?
So it feels like every single thing in my life, my whole life, is on the poker table. And whether I keep it or not depends on the hand the scale's about to deal me.
Okay, not the poker table. Probably more friggin' roulette, and you just put all your money on, like, green 00, because you've got a long path to go. Like, our odds are not as good as just a friggin' poker hand. Like, what is Dr. Now? What is it, like 2% of people keep the weight off or something like that? Something crazy? So yeah, it's a long shot for all of us. You gotta fall in that 2%, buddy.
Whenever you're ready.
I was at 609 last time, and Dr. Now told me to lose 100 pounds over the last 3 months. So I need to be down to 509 today. That's progress.
548, he lost 61 pounds, 20 pounds a month. That means he's probably fished a couple of those friggin' Eggos out of that barrel, right? Like he's losing weight pretty good too, but not that damn good. So he's definitely had some spaghetti or something he might have fished out of that burn barrel.
It's good progress, but not 100 pounds of progress. I know it's not from lack of effort, because I'm really trying. Kim would say that too if she was here, because she sees me pushing myself to stick to the diet and to do all the things I need to do. And she's right there with me, doing it too. So I was hoping it was more, but it's still a lot of weight loss. But I'm still worried, because I don't know if it's enough or not, and what Dr. Now's view is going to be, or about my chances of moving ahead now with this.
Yeah, he told you to lose 100 pounds to reevaluate. There's no chance of moving forward at all with just a 60-pound weight loss. I mean, he's trying to look for some positive here, so I applaud him for that, but I don't think this is going to go quite the way you think if you think you're going to get approved today.
Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Good, really good.
So where is your wife today?
She is actually home with the kids, and I'm trying to be more independent and go out without her.
That's good progress, don't you think?
I'm feeling good about it, feeling good.
Hopefully your supportive wife's not at home with the plumber getting her drain snaked, but all right.
That's good. You made good progress with your weight loss.
I don't mean that, Michael. It's just a joke. Don't curse me, please. Don't curse me.
Yeah, I've been following your diet. I've been tempted, To cheat, but I haven't. I've stayed on it, straight and narrow. Been doing my exercises, so I'm feeling good, feeling strong.
Okay, but you have to work hard because you should have lost more than 61 pounds in 3 months. That's about 20 pounds a month.
Yeah.
And if you cut back to 1,200 calories, then you would have lost almost 4 times that.
Okay.
So
I told you Dr. Now was not going to go for no 20-pound a month weight loss because he's been like, oh, you can lose 80 pounds a month easy on other people. He's told people to lose 100 pounds a month when they're up there in like 700-800 range. So 20 pounds a month, that's not going to cut it. And nobody's, I mean, he probably thinks he's doing pretty good with 20 pounds a month. I probably would have been all right with that too. I think the most I lost in a month like 35 for like a few months.
you're making some good changes, but you need to do more to cut back on your portions.
Yeah, I got it. I understand. I'm only going to have 1,200 calories.
All right, that's great. Do you have any questions?
Okay, so bottom line, what do I have to do to get to surgery?
If you get close to losing at least 150 pounds overall, then we can check again and see if there is enough pressure off your abdomen to do any surgery. So that's a goal for you. I'll give you another 3 months to lose 190 pounds. But it's going to get even harder the longer you try to do this. So it's important you stay focused.
Yeah, because the more weight I lose, the harder it is to get off weight. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really get easier the further you go. It's kind of fun at first because when you're this big, it just falls off. I mean, it's kind of cool, man, because the weight just starts falling and falling, and you might not even be doing the diet perfect at this point, but it just kind of comes off because you've ate so much for so long. Your body's just like, what the hell's going on? And it just drops weight. And then it just gets harder the further along you go. It doesn't really get a whole lot easier. So from here, he might want to turn it up a little bit because he's still got that 90 pounds to go to even get considered for approval.
So 90 and 3, right?
Yes. All right, Michael. Any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so we're going to schedule you to keep going to therapy. Did you enjoy that last time?
Yeah, thank you so much for getting me in contact with Dr. Paradise. It's been tremendous. So thank you so much for getting me in contact with him.
Okay, so keep doing that and working on things. And if you need anything before the next appointment, give me a call.
Okay.
All right, you take care.
Thank you, doctor.
All right.
So another person with like a positive experience with the therapy, they only made me go to therapy once, and it was just to make sure that once they took food away from me, I wasn't going to be like clinically depressed, end up in a dark place. And I don't know, they just ask you some basic questions to make sure that that's not going to happen. And they kind of let it go unless you want to keep going through therapy. Doctor Now seems to really push that, but you only have to go to one really to get approved just to make sure that you're like mentally sound.
The agoraphobia, though.
The worst that can happen is this can be completely counterproductive.
Okay.
And actually push me farther away from wanting to leave the house at all.
Do you think that's really a reality?
Yeah, I do. I do.
And you're allowed to feel that way. I'm not trying to.
No, you are. You're telling me you're. Again, I love that you're always perky and always happy and always telling me what's going to be best for me. But it happens. It goes sideways.
So it sounds like right now you're spiraling a little bit.
I'm completely spiraling. So
Okay.
let's just.
Do you need me to be quiet for just a little bit?
Please.
Okay. I need.
What? Just like, okay, do you need me to be quiet? Yes. I have never, ever in my life seen a woman that just backs down from an argument like that. But I guess it's not really an argument. She's just trying to be supportive. He's just sitting here back in this negative place where I thought he was being so positive all of a friggin' sudden. But I got fooled here for sure.
I need you to breathe, though, because you're starting to panic, Michael. Here. Do you need me to drive?
Nope.
Okay.
You know, I can't fit right in the car anywhere else but here.
You can fit. I need you to breathe. And ground yourself for me.
Right now, Kim and I are trying to find a crystal shop, working on my agoraphobia, my fear of going out and being around people. This isn't easy. And right now, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to go through with it.
So the one time we want to get out of the friggin' house, we go to buy rock candy? Really? This is the grand old plan?
it's cute.
Yeah.
Look how cute that is.
I don't know.
Okay. Take all the time you need.
If I pull up to a shed like that, I'm going to think that this guy's Walter Egg Whiting out of the back friggin' shed, because he's got a propane tank back there and a bunch of blue crystal that came from that friggin' TV show, right? That's just what looks like's going on here. I don't know about what kind of crystal this guy's selling, but this is a damn shed.
You're ready, we'll go.
Can you go first?
Yes, I sure can. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you today?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Oh, I'm wonderful, thank you.
The quartz crystals were made in Conroe in the mid-70s.
Really?
What? We came to buy friggin' like rocks from Charles Manson? What the hell? Where is this coming from? This guy's got, what is this, some kind of dragon cane in the background? This is the weirdest damn episode ever.
Applied the entire world for quartz crystal power for CB radios.
It's right here?
That's
in Conroe.
awesome.
Yes, ma'am. I built my shop from whatever I can scrounge as cheaply as possible.
That sounds like familiar. What do you
leave
say?
these up here for you?
Okay, those are the ones you want?
Yeah.
We'll unlock it for you, baby.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Yes. I'm proud of you, Michael.
I hear you. Thank you.
I am so proud I did that,
It's been 15 years since he's been in public like this.
but I'm also glad it's over. But I'll
Quick question. Do any of the rocks that he just bought in any way, could they come back and curse me for any joke I made, maybe about snake in a drain and a wife, okay? Is there any possibility that I could end up cursed right now? Because we might just have to scrap this episode. Because I ain't trying to get cursed again. I don't really think it's that fun.
doing stuff like this and taking all the steps I need. And hopefully, the next time I go back to Dr. Now, it'll pay off.
I really don't need this guy like Morbid Majora masking me or something. Like, hopefully none of those are cursing crystals.
Kim and I are back at Dr. Now's for my next appointment and to find out if I made the progress I was supposed to make. But I am nervous.
Oh, damn it. When they say that, they know that they haven't been on the friggin' diet this whole damn time. Like, if they're this nervous just walking in there, it's pretty friggin' obvious that they fell off the gravy boat.
I've been struggling a lot, and that led me to take an extra month coming back here. Dr. Now gave me a 3-month goal, and I took 4 because it's gotten a lot harder to do this. So I just wanted a little more time to lose more.
Michael?
Wait, if you got an extra month, did he hit you with the tubby tax and make you like lose a little bit more, or do you just get a month for freezies?
And to get closer to my goal, but I don't even know if it helped or was enough to get me there. I know I'm trying hard as I can, but all I can say is it's just getting harder and harder to do this. So I'm just hoping and praying that I'm at least in the ballpark of where I need. Because if I'm not, I don't know how much of a grace period Dr. Now is going to give me.
Oh, 36 pounds in 4 months. Yeah, that's not that damn good. What is that, like, no, yeah, about 9 pounds. Yeah, 9 pounds a month, I think. Yeah.
It's okay. We got this, okay?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Not much to say, other than I'm disappointed. Very disappointed because I didn't lose more. It's still loss, and that's good. Overall, that's about 100 pounds I've taken off my body. So maybe Dr. Now will see the total and even consider moving me ahead with the testing. I just thought the progress I was going to have today would be better. So I'm upset.
I mean, 100 pounds, don't get me wrong, that's good weight loss, okay? But he 100% hit a couple Taco Tuesdays.
And I'm worried about what Dr. Now is ultimately going to tell me.
Hello, how y'all doing?
It's okay.
I already know what he's going to tell you. No, it's not enough. He said lose 150 minimum to see if it's enough pressure off your system.
Good. Michael, so you took 4 months this time, but lost half of what you did the first time. So what's going on?
I think it's just like you said, Dr. Now. You know, the more weight you lose, the harder it is to lose. Portion control is still a problem. I got lots of
Oh, suck a crystal, Michael. Tell him you went Bruce Lee on some Buckeyes or something. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. Like, I know what the hell you did. Dr. Now knows what the hell you did too.
excuses, but it doesn't matter.
Good. Well, it's understandable. That's getting harder for you over this amount of time. But the fact is still that you have to lose enough weight to take the pressure off your abdomen so the surgery will be possible.
So you don't think 100 pounds is close enough to do the endoscopy?
No.
Okay.
You need to get closer to losing 150 pounds before we're ready to do that. Maybe next time, if you stick with it and get back on track, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You still doing therapy and sticking with it?
100%. I'm going to keep working on my perspective and improving myself. It's just been harder the past few months, but I'm trying and I'm not giving up. I mean, I've lost about 100 pounds, so I'm just going to keep working on it and try to do better until you tell me I'm done and I'm ready for surgery.
But here's the problem, right? Because he doesn't have the same, like, he loses it slowly over time like some people do. And then Dr. Now's just like, all right, you know what? You've lost weight consistently, so I'll just approve you, even though it wasn't the amount that I wanted off the bat. He has other complications and other things that make it that much harder. So he's got to, like, kind of jump through the fire and then back through. And I mean, he's going to have a lot. Like, he's got a lot of work to do. So his is like a whole different situation than everyone else we typically see on the show, right?
Okay, great. So all you can do at the end of the day is try harder and work at it, okay?
That's what I'm going to do.
All right. So we make sure your next therapy appointment is set. So you have that, and I want you to do the same goal as last time, 90 pounds. But I give you up to 4 months to do that. But if you think you have done that sooner, then give me a call to set up your appointment, and we will do it then. Sounds good?
Okay, doctor. Thank you.
Just pick up the pace some so you lose more than 10 pounds a month, okay? 100 pounds is good, but you got to keep going.
I will, Dr. Now.
Okay.
I don't think anybody probably calls and says, let me come in early. Or it's very slim the amount of people that are that gun-ho about this. Because yes, he's trying to save his life for his family, all this and that. But it's a lot, man. It's so hard to change your ways. I'm sure some of you are struggling with it right now. Like, it's genuinely hard just to get out of that whole mindset. And the amount of negativity and stuff he's got going on. This guy's really got an uphill battle. And I'm hoping he does it because I really want the best for the guy.
Okay. So you both keep at it, work hard, and if you need anything, give me a call.
We will.
See y'all later.
All right. Have a good
All
night.
right. Bye now.
Bye.
I've been feeling good about my recent progress and how well I'm doing. You know, I feel like I've been doing better over these last couple of months. Kim and I have gone out 5 more times to public places. That's huge, you know? So I'm making progress with my agoraphobia. And with that progress, I started to feel some of my confidence come back. Just a little, not a lot. But a little is just enough to make me think I can get back to something I love, you know? My martial arts.
No way. I did not expect him to get back into karate, especially not when he's still like 500 pounds. It's going to take a lot to get a roundhouse kick up and around at 500 pounds, but maybe this guy's just some freak like athletic specimen and I'm just not sure. But good for him getting out and actually trying and getting some of his confidence back, because confidence is like one of the main factors I think in weight loss. Oh shit, I probably wouldn't have went to the place where they had Walker Texas Ranger right when you walked in. But what are, like, I love some of those friggin' like jokes about Walker Texas Ranger. It's like what he doesn't oh man, I don't know. It's like Chuck Norris doesn't teabag, he like potato sacks people or something like that. Potato sacks the world. There's all kinds of Chuck Norris jokes.
How you doing?
Good.
And you're?
Michael.
Michael. Nice to meet you, Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, you've had a little training before.
Yes.
That's terrific. Super. How long has it been since you trained?
20 years.
20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, believe it or not, still going to be some back in there. So let's go on the mat and.
I don't know though. You probably crawl McGrawed like a crab claw here in the last year or so. So you've done a little bit of training or something.
We'll get you going a little bit, and you're going to get to where you want to get.
Okay.
Oh no, you guys do not have a giant thing of like lollipops here when we walk through the friggin' door. We're on a weight loss TV show, mister.
I'm scared this isn't gonna go well. Because I'm feeling good about myself right now. I don't want to do anything to mess that up. But I'm pushing past all those fears in my head and the negativity. And I'm going to try to just focus on the positive. And that I can...
That's right, Michael. Show them what you're friggin' made of right now. I want you to lift this bag off the ground. Also, why does these like little rubber dolls always look so friggin' creepy? Like, look at this creep stash on the one behind him.
And try to do this right now. And that alone is amazing to me. And to have a chance to get back to martial arts and have that discipline in my life that I have lacked for way too long. It's a huge thing for me that I want, and I'm thankful for it.
What the hell is that move? Are we on power slap or is this karate? I guess he's just warming up. I don't know anything about karate, but I do know that that's like crouching tiger, hidden drumstick. I don't know what the hell that move is.
My goal is to be able to push myself to drill for a minute at least, just to start again.
That's what she said.
This is hard.
I'm exhausted, but I'm exhilarated by that exhaustion, and then it pushes me to go on for 5 or 10 more seconds.
All right, so I guess push yourself to drill from a sitting position for a little while here. But look at the form, man. This guy's got, that's like, what is his name? Who's the guy from Karate Kid? The crane move. Who's the crane kid? I forget his name.
Final goal for me is getting to that minute right now. And I have to do it little by little. I take a break. I recenter myself. I gain my composure. I gain my breath. And I go back at it. And even if it's only for a few seconds, each time I know I'm going to get better. I know I'm going to do more each time I try it. I just have to keep at it and not allow myself to fall back.
That's beautiful, Michael. Push yourself a little bit. Get out of your comfort zone. I love to see it. He's definitely trying, man. You got to give the guy some credit. It looks funny to me, but I don't know anything about karate. That might be perfectly normal.
Looking pretty good there, Mr. Michael.
Thank you.
I was watching you through the window. You were doing some nice stuff. Good ridge hands, nice palm heel strikes. When you're punching, your wrist is nice and straight like it's supposed to be. And if sitting down is what you need to do, then that's what you do. Okay? But you've got good ridge hands. You already striking in there with those two big knuckles, coming in with ridge hands, palm strikes in there.
What do you call that? Rage hands? He said, don't do the limp wrist thing. We need a strong wrist here. I don't know what the hell that's good for. All right.
That's a lot of energy. One of the most important things in martial arts is that how you think is going to determine whether you're successful at whatever it is that you're doing. Physically now, to get to where you want to get, you have to do it in little pieces. When you're going to get started? How about some 15 seconds shots right now? And time starting. Go.
I feel great. I'm really happy I did this. You know?
I don't think it's just a karate thing, though, where your mindset kind of deters where you go in life. If you're just stuck in a negative place, you're never, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like the whole manifesting thing. Just wanting better for yourself and like assuming you can do things so you'll get there eventually.
I pushed myself today to take this leap and get out of my comfort zone and get back to martial arts because
stepping onto the mats again after 20 years of not being on the mats was extremely cathartic.
All right, let's see what's going to happen for these 60 seconds. Don't forget, take those breaks in there and pace yourself. Ready?
Ready?
And begin.
best 60 seconds of your friggin' life. That's what I always say. But also, for whatever reason, when he's doing them palm slaps, it's just like popping in my head like Bobby Boucher yelling slap hands over and over. I don't know why. I think I'm kind of messed up.
That's it.
This has encouraged me and given me a fire to work even harder and to keep doing this, because martial arts
Is a place where I find peace. I find balance. I find my center. And it's where I need to be.
because martial arts is going to help me find myself again. I felt like a husk of a person for too long, and this will help me build my body and inner self back.
2, 1, time. Okay, whenever you're ready, we're ready for you. All right?
All right.
There you are. Here's your homework.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Okay, so maybe this is the discipline he needs so he doesn't open another bag of Doritos, finds his piece that's not a piece of pizza. There's a lot of things you have to do, but everybody's got that one thing that just kind of brings them peace, makes them relax in life. So yeah, I mean, that's it's nice to see him kind of have that. As much as I'm like kind of goofing and gaffing around, it's nice. I like to see him out and about doing things and feeling good about himself.
But he also told me if I feel ready sooner than that, I could come back before then. So I called him and told him I feel good about what I've been doing and that I want to come back this month because I think I'm ready. And I do not want to lose more time.
Well, I'll be damned. I did not expect him to come back friggin' early.
Michael?
So I just hope I'm right and I did it. But I'm feeling good about my chances. At my last appointment, I was at 512 pounds. And Dr. Now wanted me to lose 90 pounds again. So my goal for today is 422. And I'm about to see if I did that.
What the You came back at 474. This whole morbid combat thing really didn't do nearly as much as you thought. You're supposed to lose 90. What are you smiling for? That's 38. The math ain't math in here, buddy.
Because of you, babe.
I knew you could do it. I love you. I knew you could do it.
It's more than I lost last time, so I'm happy about that. I guess the big question is the same as it's always been. Is it enough? I hope it is.
I don't know. Both of them seem awful chipper. I haven't seen either of them that happy yet. Maybe this guy's open palm slapping something else apparently at home.
You know, I'm close to that 150-pound overall goal that Dr. Now gave me to do another endoscopy. So I'm holding out hope that in total, my progress up to this point will be enough for him to say, I'm ready for that and to move ahead.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, doctor. Thank you.
Good. All right, so Michael, so you're back a little early.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you didn't lose a lot more weight than last time.
I know. I thought I lost more.
So I'm glad to see you're maintaining, so that's positive. And overall, up to this point, you have lost about 135 pounds. So I think that's close enough to what you need to lose for us to go ahead. We do an endoscopy, see if it's going to be possible to fix the hernia and do preparation for weight loss surgery. That's
Oh, wow. I didn't actually think Dr. Now was going to prove him. I thought he was going to say, that's not good enough. Get up out of here. Come back next month, lose another 30, and then we'll talk.
sounds good.
That sounds incredible.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so we'll set that up for you and then see what our options are from there.
Do you think surgery is going to be possible or even likely at this point?
I don't know. We just have to see. But if it is, then we'll schedule your hernia repair. And once you recover from that, we can see if the scar tissue is still posing any obstacle to doing your weight loss surgery. So it may take a little while to get to that point. But if you just stay on track and don't get too comfortable to where you start to gain, we'll figure it out, okay?
100%. I'm not going to let that happen. I am excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you, doctor.
Well,
Isn't it kind of crazy to see him, like, he seems almost like a different friggin' person at this point, right? Because he started out super negative, and this is like the happiest I've seen him yet. He wasn't even that damn happy getting the crystals or burning the Twinkies having the bonfire thing.
you're welcome. I'm proud of you for sticking with it this long, so keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'll speak to both of you soon and see you at the endoscopy.
Thank you.
Thank you, doctor.
See y'all later.
All right.
Bye,
Thank you,
doctor.
doctor.
I'm proud of Michael for
That might be the first time he smiled this whole damn episode. Because he hadn't seemed happy to me at all yet. It's crazy, man. But it's amazing what like a change of perspective, a different mindset would do for you just mentally to put you in a different place. Or even if it was friggin' karate that did it for him.
I am excited about today because my sons and I planned a surprise picnic for Kim.
I'm trying to get some flowers for your mom, and we'll get some lunch.
Oh, she loves pink roses.
Pink lilies.
But yes,
Why does it always gotta be food related with us fat people? I swear, I still am trying to get me mentally out of this place where I don't just like give people as like a little gift, like chocolate as friggin' like a Christmas gift.
told her that I would pick the kids up from school and that she should just take it easy and that we have a big surprise for her.
Hey, beautiful, can you and Xander come out? Love you. Bye.
And we all picked a spot by the lake to make a fun and special day for Kim, to show her just how special she is. And we are all excited about it. Kimberly
Well, isn't this nice? He's finally treating her like nicely because she's been doing for him the whole damn time. He's finally picking up the kids, trying to do stuff a little different. This is good. This is a good change of pace.
has no idea what's going on. It was my idea because I was trying to think of ways that I could start to help out with all of the things that Kim has to do and take care of and manage.
Give me your hands. Okay, look down, look down. Open your eyes. There's a curb. Okay, just look at the ground. Keep your eyes closed at the ground.
I'm still having a really hard time imagining that this lady could ever tackle him. But maybe she just went for the friggin' knees. I don't know. Maybe she did some crawl McGraw stuff.
You know, doing this is just a fraction of what she's done for me. But it's something. It's a step towards doing the things she deserves and what I've always wanted to do for her for decades. And I think she's gonna like it a lot. I hope she does.
Take a few more steps.
Okay.
Okay. Keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Ready? Ready? Surprise.
Oh my gosh, honey.
Balloons.
Thank you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
I love my cool.
Oh, he went all out. I thought there was like some damn cookies or something up here, but I don't even know what these are, but they look healthy.
Love it.
My spring rolls.
Boys, come sit down.
Oh my gosh, he is so cute.
I'm glad you like it, baby.
Did you know that this is kind of a weird fact? I can't remember if it's chlamydia or gonorrhea, but like 95% of koalas have it. It's something like that. They all have it. It's like a funny fact. It's just crazy.
This is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, boys, for being with us.
Doing all this and all this activity has taken a lot out of me, but I am really glad I did this. I feel really good right now, and I'm optimistic about my future. I had my other endoscopy, and Dr. Now said a few weeks ago, I'm almost ready for my hernia surgery.
I'm so proud of you, Michael. This is amazing.
And if I just lose another 30 pounds or so, that should be enough. So he went ahead and scheduled my surgery for 3 months later.
Wow, so he's actually going to get... I really thought he was going to have to jump through more hoops than that. I didn't think we would see an approval by the end of the episode. Good for you, Michael. That's kind of crazy. I didn't expect that at all.
So I'm pushing myself to try to lose more than that by then. So I am excited, very excited about the hernia surgery.
Let's go walk to the water. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's see how far we can get.
You're being adventurous.
Well, just remember, I float, so.
I know that it'll help me feel better. And I'm hoping that removing the scar tissue, or as much as Dr. Now can, would not only help me feel better physically with the pressure I have in my stomach from it, but that it'll open up an opportunity for me to finally get weight loss surgery. Dr. Now said it's gonna take me a couple months to recover from the hernia surgery.
I mean, we're all fat, so we all float technically, like we all float down here, right? But this is Texas. So what are the chances that there's a gator in here? Because he's getting awfully close for a man that's not quite that mobile yet, okay? He's not exactly going to jump back and like, you know, karate stance and give one of them thrusting whatever palms to an alligator.
To be ready for another surgery. But once I recover to that point, he'll do another endoscopy to see if I'm ready for a gastric sleeve operation.
Now I know it's here. When you get in a better shape, we can come and walk. Michael is taking control of his whole life, and he's working so hard, and I'm so proud of him. We've seen these huge changes, and that's breathtaking and exciting and scary because, you know, we don't know, like we were talking about, I wonder what you're gonna look like when you're thin, you know?
Like a deflated balloon. I mean, there's extra skin, but you kind of got to embrace it. Like, certain parts ain't gonna look quite that pretty. He's carrying all his weight up top, so he's just gonna have a lot of loose skin in his abdomen. But I mean, you gotta work hard to get that loose skin, so you had to work hard to put it on too. That's a lot of damn food we had to eat.
He's never been. The smallest he's ever been was 385, and he felt amazing then. So I can't even imagine under 3 what he's gonna feel like. I mean, it's just, this has been a wild ride, and I just can't wait to see where we end up. You know what they say about uphill battles?
You can't talk.
They say we're built for downhill rolling, but yeah, no, he's got an uphill battle, but he felt good at 380. And now that I think about it, man, I probably felt good under 400 too when I was younger. But now it's like your knees, everything, you get a little older, like none of that stuff really bugs me anymore.
You're waging him? I'm ready to believe the life I want is possible again, and to get excited about that and my future. I haven't let myself do that in decades because I've been through so much disappointment, but I'm not giving in to the fear and negativity anymore. I still want and need the surgery, but for the first time in over 20 years, I have hope again.
I probably would have left the last 2 spring rolls for the ducks or something there, even though I know it's not good to feed the local ducks, right?
I have a future I believe in now, and I can't wait for it.
All right, and that's it for Michael, the karate friggin' kid, getting to the end of the episode and having his surgery scheduled, which I didn't see coming because he had so much stuff kind of in the way. But I think it just shows this episode kind of how much like your mindset and perseverance can really make like a change and kind of almost make things go in a better direction for you. Because when he was negative, it seemed like nothing was going right. And then he almost had like this epiphany moment where things just kind of switched around for him. He changed up a lot of stuff about himself and he ended up in a better place mentally. I wonder if there's a where are they now on him, or if I'll have to look and see if he got the surgery, lost the weight, whatever, or if there's a where are they now, I'll just film that too. But all right, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about Michael. And yeah, that's it. Morbid Combat out of here. Bye.